Hey there, this is Payal Nanjiani and welcome to yet another episode of Success and Leadership Mastery. And in today's episode, I have a very valuable message for you, which is going to be extremely useful to you if you are looking towards growth and progress, if you are a person who wants to expand your business and want to be a very impactful leader. I'm going to talk to you today about the one quality of successful leaders. And this is one quality that I have personally observed while coaching and working with super successful CEOs and entrepreneurs. Now, before I talk to you about that quality, let me share with you a very recent incident that happened. So I was giving a keynote at one of the conferences, and after the keynote, people reached out to me for book signing and to share their experiences and what they liked about the session. And in particular, there was this one gentleman who approached me separately and said that, he wants to apply all these techniques that I shared with him. He wants to apply it at his work. And he was really looking for growth and progress, but was heavily stuck. He didn't know how to navigate further. So I could see that he was really desperate for my help, for the coaching, for some advice, because he was stuck in a certain role in his company for more than 8 years now. So, just to gauge his situation as to where he is and what he is aspiring to do, I asked him to connect with me over a conference call next week, Wednesday at 1 p.m. So we both agreed. The following week at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, I log in, I sign in on the conference call, only to wait for 8 minutes and not have him show up at all. And then after 15 minutes, I get this text that says, "Got pulled into a meeting. I am sorry, we'll reschedule." That's it. Now, I know you may be thinking, okay, so what's so great about this file? Things happen, we get pulled in all directions. Sometimes it's the meeting, sometimes it's the boss. These are natural. So let me tell you something here. If you are going to be operating every single day with a mindset like this, you are setting yourself up for average. And average leaders do not reach great heights. Because, once you begin to break small commitments, you make it your habit. And then soon you will break bigger commitments to yourself, to people, and at your work. And now you will not even feel guilty about it. Success demands commitment. The one quality of successful leaders that gets them to where they are is their habit of consistently being committed to themselves and to others. So commitment is, if I was to talk to you about commitment, I would say commitment is the willingness to do whatever it takes to fulfill and follow through on your responsibility. It means that you are willing to go forward, to take your steps and to complete your actions regardless of the situation. Successful leaders and entrepreneurs whom I coach, they are incredibly committed. They commit to something, to themselves or to others. They will rarely cancel it. You will rarely see them breaking that commitment. Because when you fulfill your commitments, when you go out of the way and even deliver your commitments, you are giving a very powerful and strong message to yourself and to others around you that you value people, you value their time and work. It is, you're giving them a message that you are a person who will go ahead and fulfill what you say. And let me tell you something, when you keep or you don't keep your commitments, people around you are gauging you and they are going to do business with you. They are going to help you to progress. They are going to put your name on the list to move ahead only on the basis of, are you a person who keeps your commitment or who breaks the commitment? Because people do business with people. People help people to progress. They recommend them on the basis of trust. And the foundation of trust is commitment. The more commitments you keep, the more trust you build. The more trust you build, the more people around you, you influence them. They want to work with you. They want to see you as their leader. They want to do business with you. Commitment is highly important. So before we move ahead to see how can we be the people who can keep our commitments, what are some of the things we've got to do, I want to ask you something here for you to truly reflect on. Are you a person who keeps your word consistently? Are you a person who will follow through and keep your commitment regardless of whatever happens? Now, I know what you're saying is also true, that sometimes the resources are so thinly spread and we are getting pulled in all directions. All of a sudden, the boss, the client, the meeting, the project, it just tears us apart at our work. But that does not mean that it should interfere with your commitments. There are some ways that I'm going to share with you that will help you to become a master in keeping your commitments. Okay? So number one is learn to say no. Now, when you have given your commitments to people or to things or to yourself, then learn to say no to everyone else around you. It is so imperative. Most of us, what we do, we go ahead and say yes to everyone because we don't want to make anyone unhappy at our workplace. So we say yes to everything and everyone, and eventually you are going to land up breaking some of the commitments. And that's what puts you in the position that this is a person who does not keep up to their commitment. So make sure that once you have stuff on your calendar, you block it and you say no to someone else and you move forward in keeping the commitment. Oh, let me tell you, it's going to make you feel so satisfied and so fulfilled from within. Number two, go the extra mile. Now, if for any reason you are not able to keep the commitment, and let that be very rare instance, so if for any reason you are not able to keep your commitment, you are not able to follow through, something has truly happened that pulls you out of your commitment, then make sure that you give enough advance notice to that person. You give enough advance notice to that person that you are unable to join the meeting, that you are pulled into something and you are going to reschedule. That's the first important one in going the extra mile. Unless, of course, it's a matter or situation of death and life and death, that's a different thing. Other than that, once you have sent that message, please do not stop there. I know, we are in a very digitally connected world today, so it becomes very easy for us to just send a message to someone and say, hey, look, sorry, I'm not able to be there. But have you ever realized that that person has cancelled something else, has put you on the priority and blocked their calendar just for you? And when you don't show up, there is a broken trust, there is a broken relationship. To mend that relationship, make sure you go an extra mile with your clients, with your team, with the people around you. Don't just send a text and put your hands up. Go ahead, schedule a call, send a good email, a good note. Take some efforts to call the person and leave a voice message telling them that you really value them, you value their work, and that you are a person who would have 100% made it, but this is what happened. Explain to them, talk with them, build that relationship before you go ahead and reschedule. Don't make it sound just business to business. Make it sound more of trust and relationship. Go that extra mile. And number three, honor all of your commitments, even the worst ones. There are so many times we make commitments which we do not like. We regret later on that why did I make this commitment? It looks more like an emotional decision that took place at that time. It's okay. It happens with each of us. Your integrity, your character comes out when you are going ahead and honoring even the worst commitments that you made. Because let me tell you this, when you make it a habit to honor your all commitments as much as possible, even the worst ones, you are setting yourself up to be a highly impactful leader, not an average leader, an exceptional leader. Finally, the extent to which you keep your commitments to yourself and to the others is the extent to which you will create your success. So today onward, be a person on whom people can count. Because let me tell you something here. People make promises. It's exceptional leaders like you who fulfill their promises and keep their commitments. So until my next episode and until we meet again, stay connected with me here on the YouTube channel and on my LinkedIn and Facebook page, as well as I hope you've had a chance to read the book Success is Within, which has begun to become bestsellers among corporate leaders and business owners. And until the next episode, here's Payal Nanjiani wishing you loads of success in your life, in your job, in your business.